Paisley Horse. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a beautiful Paisley horse named Penelope. Penelope lived in a lush, green meadow surrounded by tall trees and sparkling streams. She was known throughout the land as the fastest and most graceful horse that anyone had ever seen. Penelope loved nothing more than to race through the meadow, her mane and tail flowing behind her as she galloped. She was so fast that it seemed as though she were flying. The other animals in the meadow, including the rabbits, deer, and birds, would often stop to watch in amazement as she raced past. One day, a group of riders came to the meadow in search of the perfect horse for a grand race. They had heard of Penelope's speed and grace, and they knew that she would be the perfect choice. The riders approached Penelope and asked if she would be willing to race for them. At first, Penelope was hesitant. She had always been a free spirit, and she wasn't sure if she wanted to be tied down to a specific team. But the riders were persistent, and they promised her that they would treat her with the utmost care and respect. They also promised her that if she won the race, they would give her the best food and care that money could buy. In the end, Penelope decided to give it a try. She knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and she didn't want to miss out. The day of the race arrived, and Penelope was nervous but excited. She had been training hard and was determined to do her best. As she waited at the starting line, she could feel the tension in the air. Finally, the starting gun went off, and Penelope burst out of the gate. She raced around the track, leaving all of the other horses in the dust. She was a blur of paisley color as she flew past the finish line, coming in first place by a mile. The riders were overjoyed, and they showered Penelope with praise and affection. They kept their promise and gave her the best food and care that money could buy. Penelope lived happily with the riders for the rest of her days, racing and winning many more races. She became known as the greatest Paisley horse of all time, and her legend lived on long after she had gone. The end.